I am going to be building a team using the biggest goons in NHL history. The Shanghai Sharks are not going to be a nice team whatsoever. On the first line, we got Marchand, Lindros, and Howe. The second line will be an all-Kachuk line with Brady, Keith, and Matthew. We got Wendell Clark alongside Gary Roberts and Tom Wilson. And then to round out our forward core, we got Ty Domi, Matt Rempe, and Bob Probert. Defensively, Pronger and Chara, 92 and 91, are definitely going to have to carry this D-core. We got Rob Ramage at an 85, Jacob Trouba, Arbor Jacki, and then Ratko Gudas. And in goal, Ron Hextall is our starter, 87 overall, and then Jordan Binnington as our backup. Overall, I do believe we have a good enough team to go on and win a Stanley Cup, but this team's going to have 3 full seasons to do so, to get the job done, to become the biggest goonist team in NHL history, and of course, smack a few heads around in the meantime. So thankfully, after a pretty rocky season, to be honest, Shanghai is actually going to make the playoffs. 43, 32, and 7, 93 points, third in the Atlantic behind Toronto and Tampa Bay. We didn't get any of the wildcard positions for this season. The Oilers were the best team, winning 56 games, followed by the Rangers. Dallas was up there. The Chicago Blackhawks. Colorado had a great season. At the bottom, Vegas, only 31 wins. It is a sight to behold. Oh, you love to see it. The Vegas Golden Cheaters at the bottom of the NHL. I pray for times like this. Howe is going to end up leading our team, 30 goals, 105 points. Lindros had 85. Kachuk only 81. That was Matthew as well. We got Brad Marchand putting up 37 goals, leading our team. Brady Kachuk had 58. Keith 51. Gary Roberts 49. I'm not expecting a lot of offense. And yeah, Ron Hextall was not very good. An .899 save percentage. Had a winning record, only 1 shutout. And Binnington also was completely the same. They didn't split the games. Hextall played 59. Binnington only 30. But they were basically identical in the starts that they had. Of course, McDavid's going to lead the NHL in scoring, 129 points, followed by Kucherov's 113. That is a massive gap. Braden Point had 112, passed to 109. Bedard, 109. Leon chipped in. Gordie Howe was up there for points, among the best players in the league currently today. And on the goal side, David Pastrnak will have the most at 56, followed by Bedard with 54. Leon had 52, as well as Kaprizov and Jason Robertson, who seems to be back in his 23 form. Nathan McKinnon had 51, as well as Braden Point. And if we take a look at the goaltenders here, Skinner will have the most wins at 43, and the most shutouts would end up being Igor Shesterkin, having 6 on the season alongside a 923, 42 wins. He might have just locked up the Vezina. And now on to the important games. We got Toronto in round number 1, so that's an easy Game 7 victory. Hopefully we can have a long playoff run and maybe go on and win the Cup in year number 1. I don't know if that's going to happen, but the good news is we have 3 full seasons to do so. All right, we have played basically even after 4 games, splitting them 2-2 series tie, heading into Toronto for game number 5. First period, they take the lead with Tommy Matthews. Second period, we're only down by 1, so that is very doable to come back. Power play by the Leafs, though. Thankfully, we kill it off. Thank God. 15 minutes to go here in the third period. Shots are even. Score is pretty much even. The play, there we go. Matthew Kachuk will score on Anthony Stolarz. We got a power play. Shanghai, bring it home. No way. Matthews will score immediately after that power play ended. Toronto holding on to a 2-1 lead and will take a 3-2 series advantage. Now they got to do the hard part, which is eliminate us. First period, oh dear God, Matthews and Bobby McMahon, 2-0 lead. Heading into the third, 3-0. Pontus Holmberg is pretty much putting this game out of reach. Power play for the Leafs. They don't get anything. Power play for Shanghai. Shots are 20. There we go. Brad Marchand gets us on the board. I mean, the Leafs are honestly killing us right now as Matthews scores another one, but Tom Wilson gets us back to within 3. There it is. Ratko Gudas, 1-goal game. 7 minutes to go. We've definitely outplayed them the back half of this game. 4 minutes. We might have to hop in. All right, shorten that goddamn bench. It is game time, clutch time. 4-3 lead for Toronto. They damn near blew this lead. They were up 4-1 at one point. We get 2:20 left to go. Let's see what these goons can do, if they can play some hockey and not just go out here and fight. Ratko Gudas coming in. Gudas is going to tee one up, but it hits the shin pads of Brady McNabb. Or that is not Brady McNabb. I don't know what I'm saying. Less than a minute to go. Gudas, move that puck, baby. Up to Gordie Howe, Mr. Hockey. Where are you going? Gordie coming down the wing. He's getting all... There it is. Lindros to Marshy. Shooting. Nice save by Anthony Stolarz. How do you not keep that in, Gudas? Oh, my God. 2-on-1 brewing the other way. Domi coming in. Doesn't get a shot on net. Great D by Gudas. We're going to have to pull our goalie. We got to do it. We got to pull the goalie. Pulling the home goalie. Gordie Howe coming in. What is that, dude? The biggest muffin I've ever seen comes from Mr. Hockey himself, the leader, the captain of the team. I literally have the shooting buffed up to 100 for the computers, and that's the shot we get. Oh, we have the Tkachuk line out here to finish out the game. 32 seconds to go. Keith loses the draw. Gordie Howe's out there for the extra attacker as well. Board play. Where is the forecheck? I got full attack right now, and nobody seems to be wanting to go after the puck. Tanev misses the empty net, as of course he does. He's a defensive defenseman. What else would you expect? Tkachuk, go. Skate, dude. What are you waiting for? Chinese New Year? Come on. Turn on the... Oh, my God. I mean... Who would have thought the Goons are just out here playing like Goons? No skill whatsoever. Come on, the Tkachuk line's got to throw some bodies around. Tkachuk shooting, doesn't get a shot on that backhander. Stolars makes the save, and it looks like the Leafs are going to end up eliminating the Shanghai Sharks in 6 games in round number 1. We don't get a single playoff victory, and we got to go back to the drawing board for year number 2 now. I mean, we did only end up playing 1 round, and Keith Tkachuk was our best point getter. Only 1 goal, but 6 points in 6 games. Only point per game player as well. Gary Roberts had 5. Tkachuk Matthew had 40. Ratko Gudas had 3 goals and no apples. I mean, guys like Marchand, Tom Wilson, even Chris Pronger, like they didn't chip in whatsoever. And in goal, Ron Hextall, he had a 929, 2 shutouts. I can't really blame him. He played his heart out in the first round. The Carolina Hurricanes would end up going on and winning the Stanley Cup, beating Winnipeg in 5 games, even without Mikko Rantanen, as in this universe, they did not trade for him, and they get the job done without having to even make a big move and move on from Jack Drury and Marty Necas. Kyle Connor would have the most points in the postseason, 26 and 25 games. Nikolai Ehlers had 25, Aho 24, Scheifele 22. So nobody really tore up in the postseason. It was pretty even throughout. Maybe the goalies were the star of the show. Who knows? McDavid will win the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Pass to the Maurice Richard. We got Fox taking home the Norris. Aho the Conn Smythe. Igor will win the Vezina, and the Frank J. Selke to Sasha Barkov. All right, we had a pretty disappointing postseason run last year, so we're going to mess up the lines a little bit. I'm moving away from the Tkachuk line. Matthews going up in the first line, considering he's a 94 alongside Lindros and Howe, so we can stack that first line. And then we'll go Marshy, Tkachuk, and Tkachuk. Gary Roberts is fine there. Wendell Clark, I mean, maybe. No, I'm going to leave him there. Third and fourth lines are going to remain the same defensively. I might split up Zdeno Chara and Chris Pronger, throw up Jacob Trouba to that first D pair alongside Pronger, and we'll go Ramage and Zdeno, and then we'll leave Wi-Fi and Gudas. Don't really see a reason to change them, and in goal, of course, we're probably still going to rotate. Hextall is 1 overall better than Binner, so maybe moving around my lineup will actually help me win more games in the regular season, and then I can get an easier matchup in round number 1. Nonetheless, though, the Shanghai Sharks, 5-0 to start the season. It looks like my line changes have indeed worked. Well, with all that line changes that I made, the Shanghai Sharks will finish with 2 more points after starting out 8-0. It looked like we were going to have a President's Trophy run, but that is not the case. 46, 33, and 3, 95 points, second in our division behind the Red Wings. Dallas, they would end up winning 61 games in the season. Detroit was very good. Edmonton was up there. The Rangers, Colorado, Vancouver. At least we were top 7. Not a complete bum of a franchise, as Anaheim's only going to win 30 games. Columbus was bad. LA was down there. Not really too many surprising teams. Outside of Carolina, they literally won the Cup last season, and now we're only going to win 39 games. I mean, right there shows how completely random the sim engine truly is in this game. Again, Gordie Howe was our best player, 93 points, tied alongside Eric Lindros. Matthew Tkachuk had 88 and 29 playing on that first line. Marchand had 66. Gary Roberts only 60. Brady did his thing. Keith tried where he had to. I mean, both had 20-goal seasons, which is not really something to scoff at. And in goal, Ron Hextall, a very good year, a 912 save percentage, 6 shutouts alongside a 30, 26, and 2 record. We have Jason Robertson having one of the best seasons, probably the best in Dallas Stars history. He had the most points at 130. Followed by McDavid's 128, McKinnon had 116, Wyatt Johnston 113, Hyman was great, Zach Hyman had 6 more points than Nikita Kucherov. What is NHL 25? Leon had 1 hundo, Makar put up damn near an 100-point season with only scoring 9 goals on the year. Speaking of goals, Robo will lead in that category as well with 60, McKinnon had 58, Leon 57, McDavid 56, Johnston had 49, David Pastrnak, 46. Stammer still kicking it there in Nashville with 45, even at age 35. And for the goaltenders in the NHL, Jake Ottinger, Dallas was the best team this season. 49 wins, the most by any goalie. And we have a four-way tie between Hellebuck, Hextall, Eddie Anderson, and Jordan Binnington, all having 6 shutouts on the season, the most in the league. History is going to repeat itself yet again as we play Toronto in round number 1. Obviously, got booted in 6 games by them last season in the first round, so it's time for our revenge, time for our playoff run, time for our Stanley Cup run, and it all begins right now. We are quite literally in the same exact position as we were last year against the Leafs, heading into a Game 5, this time on home ice, all knotted up at 2 apiece. We got 1-1 tie after 1. 2-1 lead thanks to Gordie Howe heading into the third period. And there we go. Matthew Tkachuk will score on Anthony Stolarz, extend our lead to 3, and finally, wait a minute. Nicholas Robertson, the older, or actually no, younger brother of Jason, is going to score, make it a 1-goal game. 5 minutes to go. Come on, Ron Hextall. There we go. Wendell Clark will score. Give us the insurance marker. Mikael Yarncroc makes it a 1-goal game. We will hold on, and there we go. We get the Leafs on the ropes, headed to Toronto. Finally, we have the opportunity to pay back and get revenge, booting the Leafs out of the first round in 6 games like they did to us. We get a 3-3 tie entering the third period. Shots are even. The score is even. The team's honestly, for the last 2, no, Matthews will score on Ron Hextall, but Brad Marchand gets us back on the board, baby. Tie game, and then Gordie Howe will take the lead. Thank you very much. Oh my God, John Tavares. What a swing, what a roller coaster of a game. Matthew Tkachuk gives us the lead yet again. 5 minutes left. Power play. Can we get another one? Insurance marker, maybe? No. All right, here we go. We got 1:03 left to go in the third period. We got a 1-goal lead over Toronto here in game number 6, trying to do the exact same thing they did to us last season. We just got to clinch the game. Eric Lindros moves over to Jacob Trouba, doesn't get a shot on net. I don't think I've seen a single shot from the Shanghai Sharks yet. The game we jumped into last time, I don't think anybody made a save. Nobody even got a shot because of how bad the computers were, but nonetheless, empty net for the Leafs. Marner coming in. Over to Tavares. It's only going to take 1 goal to go in, and you know the goalies are not going to be great. Gordie Howe, empty net. Matthew Tkachuk over to Gordie Howe, and he will seal the deal, baby. Wait, did that just say Gordie Howe's 5th of the night? Oh my God. That has got to be the greatest playoff performance in NHL history. Bro has 9 goals in the first round and 5 of them in the closeout game number 6. That is a true captain. I think Gordie Howe just had the greatest playoff game of all time. 5 goals, 1 apple, 6 points. He was a +3, had 11 shots, only 1 hit, but goddamn did he put a clinic on the Maple Leafs. We are now going to move on to round number 2, where we play the Florida Panthers, who are the reigning defending champs in real life. Obviously have a good roster in this game with Matthew Tkachuk, so 2 Tkachuks going at it. Actually, there's like 4 Tkachuks going at it. We take a dominating 3-1 series lead heading into game number 5 with the opportunity to eliminate them and head off to the conference finals. No score after 1. Second period, we got a 1-1 tie. Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett. Actually, honestly, I probably should have named Sam Bennett to this team, considering how many dirty plays he has over the course of his career. As so far, it's been a very close game. 7 minutes to go in the third period. No score. Nobody taking the lead yet with 3 left remaining in regulation. Oh, dear God. Well, here we go. Overtime in game number 5. If the Florida Panthers win, we got to go back to Florida for game 6, or potentially we're off to the conference finals. Who knows? We're going full attack, though. Gordie Howe, you got another 5-goal game in you, buddy? Seriously, Eric Lynn? Okay, he got cross-checked. It is what it is. We are headed to the power play. I was going to say, that's a soft-ass play by Eric Lindros, of all people. But I am not going to complain. A power play is a power play. We got Brad Marchand, Keith Tkachuk, Brady Tkachuk. Well, what is going on with the power play right now? I did not have this. Okay, I definitely didn't mess with the PP lines. Charlie, the body baby. There we go. 5-on-3. 5-on-3 incoming for Shanghai. This is literally our chance, our opportunity, maybe our only chance to win this game in overtime. Lindros wins the draw to Gordie Howe. Blasting it from the point was Chris Pronger. No goal there, though. Where's the forecheck? We get a 5-on-3. We outnumber these guys. Oh, my God. Mikola is just going to dump it down the ice as we are going to have to regroup. Only 35 seconds left in the 5-on-3. There was our chance. I don't know why. Even with full forecheck and full attack, there's literally no attack at all. Lindros. Oh my God, Mikko Lott dominating Eric Lindros in 2025. What is life, man? Lindros behind the net, waiting. Gretzky's office to Howe, shooting Gordie Howe, trying to go for the game winner. He had a 5-goal game already. Blast to give for the point again. Nice save by Bob. Back to the point. Pronger over Chara, ripping it, and there it is. Zdeno Chara, game winner, series winner. And the Shanghai Sharks are off to the conference finals as we do end up defeating Florida in 5 games. I mean, we dominated them. I'm going to be straight with y'all. Toronto gave us a much tougher series. Nonetheless, we await the winner now to play in the Eastern Conference Finals. And in the finals are a very good team in the New York Rangers. Maybe not in real life, but I know they simulate very well in this game. We split the first 2 games, win Game 3. Can we win Game 4, please? Take a 3-1 series lead. There we go. Same exact situation as we had against Florida. Game 5, this time in New York. No score after 1, second period. Okay, the Rangers, Capo Caco, gets them on the board, gives them the lead. But, I mean, it's only 1 goal. We can easily come back from this. 13 minutes to go. They're out shooting us 30-24 right now. Oh, my God. Lafreniere will score. Extend the lead to 2. That might do it for this game. We might have to go back to Shanghai. Never mind. Matthew Tkachuk makes it a 1-goal game. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Come on, please. Somebody pot one home. Somebody pot a goal home, please. A minute to go. No. We have to go back to Shanghai to try to finish them off. All right, here we go. Shanghai in Shanghai for game number 6. We got a 1-1 tie. Gary Roberts and Riley Smith will score 1 each. And then Filipino right away gives New York the lead, despite only having 18. Oh, my God. They got 19 shots, 3 goals. It looks like Ron Hextall is shitting the bed right now. 5. We're just getting dominated in the third period. 4 unanswered goals, and we got to go back to MSG for a Game 7. Let's see what we can do. Game 7, it all comes... Oh, my God. 2-0 after 1. Second period. 3. We are down 3-0 entering the third period. We were leading 3-1 in the series, and just an absolute collapse, choke job, whatever the hell you want to call it. But the Shanghai Sharks literally have fallen apart, blow a 3-1 lead in the conference finals, and that is the end of our playoff run. The Gordie Howe carry job was just not enough. 16 goals in 18 games, had 26 points. Tkachuk had 23, Lindros 23, and then it dips all the way down to Brad Marchand with only 10. So we really did not have that secondary scoring, and Ron Hextall, to be honest, probably could have been better. Only a .909 save percentage. The Nashville Predators would destroy the Rangers in 5 games in the finals to take home their first cup in franchise history. So shout out Steven Stamkos, Jonathan Marchessault, and Brady Shea. They got the job done. Jason Robertson is going to clean sweep on all the major individual awards. Makar will take home the Norris, Philip Forsberg the Conn Smythe, Ottinger the Vezina, and yet again Barkov the Selke. Well, the final season was an utter and complete disaster for Shanghai as we only went 41-35-6, 88 points, slightly less than what we were doing the previous 2, and we ended up missing the postseason. So last year was definitely our shot at a Stanley Cup, and we blew it. As the Colorado Avalanche were the best team in the NHL, 54 wins. Tampa Bay had 53, Dallas 52, New York 49, the Jets 46. They were all top 5 in the NHL. Eric Lindros led our team with 26 goals, 76 points. So our offense wasn't as high as previous seasons. Howe only had 74, as well as Tkachuk. Marchand only 65. Brady had 56, Keith 53, and for Ron Hextall, I mean, he was decent, a .910 save percentage, 1 shutout, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter when we didn't even make the playoffs. David Pastrnak is going to go ahead and have the most goals in the NHL at 61, while also having the most points at 115. Well, at least Canada got a Stanley Cup with the Winnipeg Jets beating Boston in 6 games in the Stanley Cup Finals. Pasta will take home the Ted Lindsay, Maurice Richard, Art Ross, and somehow the heart is actually going to go to Braden Point. We got Cale Makar winning the Norris, Mark Scheifele the Conn Smythe, Andrei Vasilevsky the Vezina, and again, Barkov the Selke. As unfortunately, we were unable to win a Stanley Cup with the gooniest team in NHL history. The biggest goons that ever played in the NHL on the Shanghai Sharks just could not get it done. We blew a 3-1 series lead in the conference finals. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.